Yo, what's up? It's me, Doc from SampleKings.com. And you know who we are. You know what we do. We got a bunch of instructional videos here on YouTube. And also, I also make instructional videos. And also make up tracks. But I also do lessons, live lessons for you right there in your house. You just go to SampleKings.com and join. I don't even have to join. Just come in and look. So I want to get lessons. You scroll down a little bit and you'll see it says lessons. You go right there to it and you're good to go. I'll explain more before the end of the video. But right now I want to talk about mixing. Mixing in MPC 2.15. Now, we're not going to do 3.0 because no one's got that until they can actually get it downloaded to their crib and they send you a little thing, hey, you want to join? And you can do that. And so right now, I want to just mix inside of the MPC 2.15. I got a track going on here. Oops, that track's not playing. I gotta go right back here, hit this button right here. There we go. Now, mixing inside of MPC is kind of cool, very easy to do. All you really have to do is sort of get to the part you want to get to and then mix everything up, really. And so I have everything here in front of me. I've got this, my sounds, of course. I got my samples here, projects on there, right? I come to here, pad perform could be right there if I need to use that, right? And my cue links are right here too. So I got all four of those set up there. If I want, I can have a keyboard down here. I can come to here and like, whoa, a keyboard's down here. Whoa, what's that going to be for, right? You never know. I'm not going to use that at all though for anything, but it's available for us right there. And so I'll pop that out of here too as well. And I got my pads here and stuff, which is kind of really cool. But now what I want to do is I like to get out of this whole thing here and go back here, this one, right? There's A. Cool, that was actually in G before when I do the keyboard. Now what happens here is that you make a track. You put stuff together, you get a hi-hat, bass drum, snare drum, you know, some guitar, some sounds. But you want to make it audible for anybody to play in a G for somewhere. And make sure it bumps loud enough. And make sure you got at least decent sound. And I'm going to go over some of these ideas today. So what I really want to do is check these sounds out inside the mixer section. So if you don't see your mixer on your MPC software, it's right here on the lower left-hand side. You click on this button right here. You got a mixer window. Boom, it pulls up. There it is. Everything right in front of me. Very cool. Now there are some ideas in the mixer I want to explain too. This first section here in the mixer window is just for the drums, or for the drum program I'm using, right? Current drum program selected. So I have drum sounds here. So you see these sounds here. It's going to sub 1, sub 2. If they're in a program, they'll be going in the program. I can put them here. Watch this. And you'll see the sound appear here. It's one on the right hand side. That's it right there. And these sounds are all just here. Now, these other sounds in the submix. And you can tell they're in the submix here because this says sub 1, sub 2. Now, I can go to here to my mixer section, and you'll see here's 1 and 2. I can mute those out now. Some reverb. See the reverb still going here? Reverb right there. And the reverb ended. See that? Let's come back to like that. Let's go back to here, bring this back out. So I can have several different things going on. I've got the basic mix, which I have here in my system, right? And you can see this is drum sounds here, and it coming out of the basic mix, which is this program section, right? And this is the program section, or program output is right here. And you'll notice too, I have these pads here. I can come to here and go like click. Those pads are going, click again, the pads are back. I like seeing the pads because I can tell the name of what's going on with that sound, and the pad has a name on it, of course. So it makes it easier for me. You notice here, of course, all these sounds are here. I've got effects lined up in the system. This is really great. See? And it's a program right here. I'm in the program. I can see this stuff right here. I've sort of like set this stuff up. Like, for example, I got this sound right here. Top again. You can hear that sound right there. I got an EQ on it. I got a synth amp right here. I got a chorus box right there. Right? The odd perky things about dealing with this software is that I can go back to here. I'll see that stuff in this section, but I won't see it in the other section. It's kind of odd. So that's what we're trying to fix by making a brand new system to work with. Once I pull it back up, and I can see that now. And this is the chorus I'm using for that sound. That's good. That won't come up here. I'll go back to here, and we see it right here. I'll go back to here again, and now it puts it over here. It's odd, but hopefully 3.0 won't do that. I'll make sure my sounds are cool here through an amp. Good. Now I'll close it out. Now pull these drum sounds out so the whole thing can play for me. I got a decent balance of what's going on with my system. That's why I check these drums out. I put them in a subgroup, they sound louder. Now that's me programmed for the bads. Right here, this is the channel mixer. So I have, you can see here, subgroups 1 through 8. We're using 1 for the kick drum, 2 for the clap. Then over here, I've got the other sounds, right? Where this is actually return the reverb and delay kind of thing, right? Now, I can also come to here. Now in this section, I can see both the pads and the channel mixer. What makes it so cool is I can come to right here and drag down. When I drag down here, this is just the drum program that's currently being played and the sounds for it. And of course, you don't see this here. That means you just strike it down here and get to see the pads. Stop it. And these are our pads right here. Pretty simple stuff to do. Now once I've got my sound like that, I will come to here and drag it up, and now I get my channel mixer right here. So one thing you also notice here, if I come to here, and the reason why I do this subgrouping thing, so I pull it back down again. The reason why I go to sub 1 and sub 2 is I can come to here, I just turned everything else off. Everything else is going to the program. That program is right over here, right? But this subgroup stuff is where this bass drum and the clap are going to. Now, I'll go turn this off again. On, brother. Perfect. That's working right there for me. For me, that's good to go. So next thing I want to do here is I want to look at something else. A lot of times you may not have a really loud track. So I'll go cut this off here, go back up the top here. This is cool. And I'm hearing my track here and I say, you know something? I want to have a special mix or something on the track or something. You never know. And so to do that, I have to go back in and sort of like set something up to actually do this whole thing. And you'll see here that I have inserts right here, right? And so I have inserts I want to use. I come to here. I'm going to show you something I've got already lined up here for me. I'll click on that with the left click, and I'll go right here, and I want to go to Load Effects Rack. I got my own effects rack. So I've already made some presets here. I think I want to do this one here. So that sounds louder. Deep, right? You'll see here what happened was I've added some stuff here in the effects rack. These two parts are added. I'll go back to here again. I want to load in some effects rack stuff here. And so I want to go into, let's see, let me get my full joint going on here and play this back. See that? Let me turn this off now. I come to hear the masters right here. That's what you heard before. Now I'll turn this on. I'll make it wider, bigger. A little more pump to it before I start mastering this thing. And so what I'm doing here, I got to set up actually on my output of the overall master output. You can tell what it is because at the bottom here, you'll see this is king crown right there, right? And so what I do is I'll set some stuff up. Now here, for example, I can press play. Watch this. I can bring the sound, right? In this case, I don't want to go over 0 dB. Well, that's it right there. I bring this down so much, so I'm over 0 dB now. Get a little headroom in there. Good. I can bring some other sounds if I want to. Don't ever go higher than that. I can actually change my sound levels here, and it will not go higher because what I have going on here, let's stop this. I got a parametric EQ right here, right? I got a limiter also here. I got a stereo width device here, and I have a maximizer. Now I use these items here to create that bigger sound. And so when you do get this type of idea and you set it up, make sure you do it properly. And what I'll do once I like it, I'll come to here and I'll press Save Effects Rack. Pretty simple stuff. I will name it and save it. That way I can bring it back up again anytime I want to. So for example, here I'm going to use the mastering light. So everything I'm going to show you right now is directly inside of your MPC software. I can use that a lot when I'm doing some sort of mixing up of tracks. And we also have here, this is the air stereo width. So I wanted to widen up a little bit, make it a little wider. And I do it here with this right here, right? And you can also select some sort of initial setup you want to have right here in the system. I can use this alone the way it is right here, right now, currently, which is pretty cool. And I also have here, I got a limiter. I'm going to limit the sounds. I'll make sure I can only go this high, right? I'm going to get higher than that. You can see it's like this. Also bring this down. My point here is to make sure I go over 0 dB. Just tap it a little bit. No red stuff going on here too. It'll sound great. Close these out a little bit. It's my EQ here. Light smile on my EQ. And you can hear the stuff. I can come to here. Cut it off. It's better when it's on. I'll cut these things off over here. Cut this off here, here. And I can hear what my smile EQ is what I would normally do. Set this up the way you want to set it up. Then come back here, set your limiter up. So my limiter just started limiting stuff. I come to here, a little wider now. I got a maximizer. Maximize the sound out of this thing. Let's close this out. That's how I do it. Make sure everything's right, I'm good to go. And between doing the channel mix and then we got the pad mix, you can't really go wrong. It's pretty cool. And you'll love it once you start dealing with the idea of also using sub mixes. I can do the sub mixes, put some stuff here. If I had vocals, I might send them to the sub mix and add some effects to that also again as well. And of course, everything is right here in my inserts. I want to apply something to insert, I could. I want to add effects. I come to here. This effect number 1 is the reverb. Effect number 2 is my delay. And you'll see those right here in the system as I move this back up to here. Right here you'll see it. Here's a reverb, here's a delay, and this is in the return 1 and 2. So it's just pretty much a highway of stuff going on here where sounds are going in and out. I can route them someplace else or route them anywhere inside the mixing section. And this is how I would normally use it inside of my MPC. And what's cool, I can see everything too. If I do it like this, get a little bit like this, close like that, you know, not too far away, but I can see just about everything where they're going. Once I've got this set up, I can have a setup like this. You'll see the buttons and cables. But this is a great way to do the whole thing. Look, I got a breakout right now, but If you want to get lessons, all you got to do is go to samplekings.com. You scroll down and you can get some. Okay, so right here is my website, samplekings.com. It's pretty simple stuff. You get here, you want to get busy with it, no problem. All you got to do when you get to this website, you can come down to here, you scroll down here, you see it says Sample Kings Summer School Sale right here, $15 an hour, Cash App, Venmo, whatever. You can pick anything you want. I know how to work all these softwares. Could be machine, could be any MPC ever made, or any machine ever made. I don't care, keyboard, whatever. Know that cold. All the rolling devices, not just the SP404, Mach 2 as well, and of course 303, 505, know those as well. We know Final Cut Pro, mixing of course, Studio One, FL Studio, Pro Tools, Ableton Live, Logic, and of course mastering. If you just want a half hour, you can get a half hour here. All you need to do is go right in here and say, I want to get something going on, right? You want to book some time. Pretty simple stuff. You just click on it and say right here. You come right here, bam, it's right there for you to get busy with. You can see right here, it's Thursday. I go click here, it's Tuesday, what was that? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? And you find a date and time. Got a date here, is a time right here. You pick out a time, it's good. Now, once you do this, I will see it. My system on the other side of Zoom will say, boom, someone's trying to book some time. You need to pay for your session though first. That way it's easier. So, always pay for that session before you do anything. Let me just reload this page again. And here we go again. You'll see it, of course. You can just pay this way. This is the pay code here for Cash App, pay code here for Venmo. And if you want to use PayPal, that's easy. You come up here, hit the store, boom, want to use PayPal, and the store goes right here, and you can see, zoom, zoom, zoom. If you want to buy a block of hours, that's very simple too. Much more easier too, and cheaper. Now on PayPal, they charge us. They want to take money from us, right? So we have to charge you for some money to cover all our costs. Have to deal with PayPal, which is kind of crazy, but that's how it is. But here, as you can see here, you can order 15, let's say 10 hours, right? You can order 10 plus 4, you got 14 hours, right? And you can order plus 3, but really you can do 10 plus 20 down here, 20 hours right here. You can book them, and then we just deduct them as we go along with our lesson plan. Any questions you got, it's pretty simple. You can just call me back, really. You got that? Want to call me? Need some help? Want to know what's going on? Just hit me up right here. That's the phone number. Our phone number is right there for you. So it's easy to get hooked up. Any questions, hit me up, and I'll see you in the next video.